Today our lesson is writing and solving equations from word problems. I'm going to write a word problem and I want you to copy it down in your notes. If you need to stop the video so that you can write it down, that's great, and then you can start up the video when you're ready to begin again. Okay, so the question says, or the problem says, Lucas had a cup of ice, but 5 ice cubes fell out of the cup while he was running home. When he got home, he counted 33 ice cubes in the cup. How many were there to begin with? Some of you will probably be able to do this very quickly in your head with mental math. Well, what our assignment is for today is to write and solve an equation based on the word problem. So we're going to analyze the word problem and we're going to write an equation. Then we'll solve it. When you're working on these kinds of problems by yourself, it's really good to read the word problem 2 or 3 or maybe 4 times before you really try to write that equation, because they can get kind of complicated. This is more of a simple one. So let's talk about it together. What are the important things that are in this word problem? We got to look for the numbers. I can see 5 ice cubes fell out of the cup. That's important. What else is important in this? When he got home, he counted 33. Okay, so 33 ice cubes in the cup. And then there's a question, and we got to know what the question is. The question is, how many were there to begin with? Okay. All right, so let's write down this important information. 5 cubes fell out. That's one important piece. There were 33 cubes. Now, when were there 33 cubes? That was after those other cubes fell out, right? So 33 cubes left over. And then how many were there to begin with is the question. So the total at start, that means how many were there at the beginning, right? Total at start. We don't know what that is, so we're gonna call that our x. That's our variable. It's the information we're looking for that we don't know. So we've got 5 is important, we've got 33 is important, and then we also have an x, something that we don't know. So how can we put those together to form an equation? Well, one way that we could do this is we could say he started with x ice cubes in the cup, so we can start with an x. And then what happened in the story? He was running home, but 5 ice cubes fell out of the cup while he was running home. So if he lost 5 ice cubes, that means we could take away 5 from what he started with. Started with x, 5 fell out, and then what he had left over is kind of like the result, right? At the very end of the story, he had 33 left over. So there's our equation. It's a simple one-step equation. Draw our train tracks. We need to find out what x is. Get x by itself by, let's see, making 0 pairs here. We have to add 5 and then add 5 here. So 33 plus 5 on this side is 38. So that means x equals 38. So if x is 38, that means total at start was 38. We could say a very short sentence to answer the question. He started with 38 ice cubes. And that's our answer. Okay, so we're going to do one more now, and the second one's going to be a little bit more a little bit more complicated kind of a problem. You can stop the video so that you can copy this down and then start it again when you're ready. Alright, so number 2 says, Janet only had 8 plastic straws for her birthday party guests, so she bought 2 packages. They used all of the straws, which was 56 in total. How many were in each package? Alright, so like I said before, it's really good to read the problem more than once. If you need to pause and read it again, go ahead and do that. Let's mark the things that are really important here that we need to consider. She had 8 straws to begin with. So it sounds like Janet's getting ready for her birthday party. She realizes she only has 8 straws, and so she bought 2 packages. So that's important that she bought 2 more packages of straws. She had 8, bought 2 packages. It says they used all of the straws, which was 56 in total. So 56 total straws altogether. And here's the question. The question that we need to figure out is, how many were in each package? Alright, so let's write down the things that are really important for us to consider. 8 straws to start. That's what she knew she had at the beginning. She bought 2 packages. So bought 2 packs, we'll call it. She bought 2 packs, and total straws, let's see, she bought 2 packs. In total there were 56, so total straws altogether equals 56. And the question, we're trying to figure out how many were in each package. So the number of straws in a package, right? In a pack equals X. That's the thing we don't know. We're not sure. That's what we're trying to figure out. So we've got 8 straws, 2 packs, which is, we don't know how many straws are in those packs, but we know there's 2 packs. The total straws is 56, and then we have our X. So we need to put those things together into an equation. All right, well, if we know the total straws was 56, that means everything all together, all the other stuff, makes 56. So we can say the total equals 56. But what are those things, or how can we put together those things to have a correct expression here? Well, we can say that, let's use the 8 straws. We know there's 8 being added to the packs. So if we're going to add 8 straws, we could put that there. But somehow we need to get the packs in here, those packs of straws, without knowing how many are in each pack. We need to figure out the number of straws in a pack. So we don't know what that is. That's X. We could say there's X number of straws in a pack, and we know there's 2 packs, so we could multiply 2 packs times that some number of straws that we're not sure. So this is 2 times some number of straws in a pack, plus the 8 straws she already had, equals a total of 56. All right, so now we can solve it as a 2-step equation. We need to figure out how many straws in a pack, that X right there. Get that X by itself. Let's make 0 pairs here, -8 and -8 like that. That's the same as adding a -8. That's 0. 56 minus 8 is, let's see, borrow from here, 48. Okay, and then on the left side, the 2x comes down here. So we have 2x equals 48 now. I have 2x, but I want just 1x. So I guess to make 1x, I could divide by 2. Divide by 2 on both sides. Because 2 divided by 2 is 1, so now I have 1x here. 48 divided by 2 equals, let's see, 48 divided by 2. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Take away 0. Bring down the 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. So 24. That means x equals 24. So what does that say for our problem up here? The question was, how many were in each package? So x equals 24. There were, let's write a sentence, there were 24 straws in each package. Okay, so you're going to do 2 problems on a Google document that are similar to these. Do the best you can. I'd like you to, when you show your work, to just type out the important pieces of information that you find inside the word problem, and then form an equation, and then go ahead and solve that equation. Write a sentence as your final answer.